gentlemen, welcome back. I am Bubba McKenzie. Welcome to another exciting episode of City Championship Wrestling. I am here alongside my broadcast partner for this evening, Mr. Jonathan Presley.
So excited to be here. We're fresh off the heels of June 25th in Wyandotte, Michigan. We have 4 big matches today for you. Let's not waste any time. Let's get to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Presley here alongside ringside today with Bubba McKenzie. We got Justin Tyme in the black shorts, Iron Ike Watts in the blue and silver.
Don't forget that. I am CCW.
Already, big lariat to open up from Iron Ike Watts. Devastating back elbow.
Yeah.
Ike Watts, big side suplex. 1, 2. Kicking out is just in time, but already Newark's finest in a world of trouble here in this leadoff match in this exciting episode of City Championship Wrestling.
See the drop kick by Justin Tyme there sends Ike Watts out of the ring. We don't see a lot of out of the ring action here in CCW. Justin Tyme going up top.
Hey, stop.
Rubbing axe handle smashed across the trapezius area of Iron Ike Watts.
Hold on, gentlemen.
And Justin Tyme has turned the tables. Big clubbing boot to the bald head of Ike Watts now.
Get it back in here.
Justin Tyme.
Of course, Jonathan, Justin's not going to win this match on the outside of the ring.
No, but he can win by countout. A win's a win.
I guess you're right about that. I can't argue with your logic there. Referee Greg Caton Jr. trying to get control of this.
It's already over.
He's already up to a 4 count now on Iron Ike Watts, who has been sent for a loop by the greatest of all time, Justin Tyme, of course.
Self-proclaimed.
Front face.
Oh!
Devastating DDT in the middle of the ring by Tyme. 2 count only with a convincing kick out by Ike Watts.
That move would have put away most men, but Iron Ike Watts, one of the toughest competitors here in City Championship Wrestling.
And let's be honest here, Jonathan. I mean, Justin Tyme's got to be giving up, what, 40, 50 pounds to Iron Ike?
At least. And at least half a foot. Iron Ike Watts might be setting him up.
Look out, Iron. Oh! Devastating chop. Oh, a ham-fisted, devastating.
Oh, that's going to scramble your eggs.
And Ike
off
Watts.
The ropes. Hit him like a freight train.
Sending Justin Tyme tumbling to the outside of the ring. Iron Ike firmly in control of this matchup here in our opening contest here at City Championship Wrestling. Referee Greg Caton Jr. administering the count. Welcome back to the ring, Justin Tyme.
Oh, big splash here.
Oh, devastating splash. Tyme able to kick out, but just barely. Clutching his ribs.
Justin Tyme showing a lot of heart.
All the air driven from within by Iron Ike Watts with that devastating heavy splash. Oh, he's calling for it. Look out.
Boot to the face by Justin Tyme. Oh! Reversal on that clothesline. I have never seen that before.
Tyme saw that lariat coming, but...
Oh!
Baldo bomb by Ike Watts!
It's academic!
The 3 count out will be it, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner, Iron Ike Watts, in this opening matchup here at City Championship Wrestling.
Great hard-fought match between Iron Ike Watts getting a victory over Justin Tyme. And speaking of victories, there's one man here in City Championship Wrestling who's been racking up big victories over the likes of Shelley and Freedom Ramsey. But at the previous event in Wyandotte on June 25th, this man fell to Freedom Ramsey. His name is Ryan Matthias.
Hold on a second. You want to talk about me falling to Freedom Ramsey. Ryan Matthias is 2-1 against Freedom Ramsey, all right? That means I'm better, and I'm the best here, all right? Come on. Now, Freedom, I'm putting you on pause for now, because I got more important things. Jackson Stone, what do they call him, the suplex?
Suplex Shogun.
Suplex Shogun, of course. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're really funny if you think you're going to suplex me when your back is on that mat. So I'll see you then. But tonight, I saw in the back, I got, what's his name, Thomas Bailey, new kid around here. Haven't seen him the last couple weeks.
Well, he's been ducking you.
You know what? I kind of like this guy now. You're way better than, what's that guy, Paul Jones? Yeah.
Paul Jones.
But Thomas Bailey, tonight, I'm going to use you to show why I am the next era.
Well, with that, let's talk to Thomas Bailey. See what he has to say.
Who do you think you are saying I'm ducking? Huh? Who am I ducking, really? Tell me. Who am I ducking?
Quack, quack.
Who?
I don't know.
What the? Okay, this doesn't make any sense. And you know what? Ryan Matthias over there saying that he's the next era. Well, guess what? You're looking at the next era. And it is the Celtic mercenary, Thomas Bailey. That's right. And you know what? No more talking. No more talking. Let's get to the action, folks.
Well, with that, let's go to ringside.
Shut up! I don't need the approval. I don't need your approval.
Well, here we are, folks, back for our next exciting matchup. Main event, Ryan Matthias taking on the Celtic mercenary, Thomas Bailey. Collar and elbow tie-up right here in the beginning of the stages of this matchup. Once refereeing Greg Caton Jr.
Thomas Bailey really starting to make a name for himself here. City Championship Wrestling.
Young man showing quite a lot of promise. Former All-State amateur wrestling champion.
You should take some LHL seminars. You'll be able to learn something for once.
Ooh, strong words for the next era from Thomas Bailey here.
No, you think you're funny? You think you're funny? Okay.
Some jaw-jacking here by Thomas Bailey. He's really starting to feel himself. I just hope no kids are watching. He could go to jail for that.
Ryan Matthias, experience showing. Big shoulder tackle. A lot of meat slapping here in the beginning stages of this matchup. Neither man giving an inch. Thomas Bailey says, come and get some, Ryan Matthias. Impressive drop kick from Ryan Matthias. Incredible athleticism, Jonathan.
Absolutely. Ryan Matthias, one of the top competitors here in City Championship Wrestling for a reason.
Arm ringer, Irish triple tap reverse, big tackle into the corner. Snapmare into the center of the ring. Big devastating kick. Jumping senton splash from the Celtic mercenary. Cover perhaps a little lackadaisical there, costing him the 3 count.
Playing to the crowd when he should be staying on his man.
Suplex up in here.
Both these men very egotistical, it seems. I like it.
Well, it is pro wrestling, Jonathan.
You've got to have an ego somewhat.
Devastating elbow strikes from Ryan Matthias. Big boot straight to the mush. And after that big boot, Thomas Bailey is tiptoeing through the tulips, trying to gain some sense of composure. Ryan Matthias once again in firm control. Big clubbing forearm across the trapezius of Thomas Bailey. Ryan Matthias now just measuring his opponent.
He's playing with him like a cat does a mouse.
3, 4. Come on, get him out of the
We're seeing a little more aggression out of Ryan Matthias.
Experience showing, knowing he's got a 5 count. choking Thomas Bailey in the corner against the ropes.
Kicks him in the belly, well.
Referee Greg Caton telling him to get the action out of the corner, but not before Thomas Bailey eats a few well-placed boots to the midsection for his trouble.
Thomas Bailey still fighting, still showing heart and desire.
Devastating knee lift from Matthias sends Bailey crashing back down to the mat.
Matthias like a shark.
I thought he might have been coming back alive, but Ryan Matthias has snuffed out the flames of life from Thomas Bailey. Weird chin lock applied now. Look at that. Let's look at the placement of the knee, Jonathan, right there in the middle of the back of Thomas Bailey.
He's gonna bend his spine like that. Also restricting the airflow.
100%.
Fans getting behind Thomas. I really don't understand.
Bailey able to reach the ring ropes, but Ryan Matthias stomping his hand away.
Hey, say it again. Say it again.
I said Ryan Matthias stomped his hand away off the ropes. It was quite impressive, I have to admit. But once again, I have to say Ryan Matthias is more concerned with the commentary team here ringside than he is with Thomas Bailey. That could come back to haunt him.
Absolutely. Thomas Bailey, no slouch. Very tough individual. The big man from Boston.
Bailey putting on the brakes. Devastating 12-6 elbows.
Catches the boot.
Thomas Bailey coming back to life.
It's a Gary attempt.
Ducked by Bailey. Big clubbing lariat and another one. Plus,
Foolish hammers. Cab driver slam. I thought he had him there, Bubba.
and at the count of 2 3/4, the next era Ryan Matthias out the back door in a world of trouble.
It's not too often you see Ryan Matthias in this amount of trouble, especially with a more inexperienced opponent like Thomas Bailey here.
Bailey setting up for the Celtic bomb.
Oh!
Matthias able to land that enziguri.
Oh!
Devastating clothesline.
Pow! Right in the kisser!
Bailey able to kick out, but I don't know for how much longer he's going to be in this matchup. He has received some tremendous punishment at the hands of Ryan Matthias. Look at the pain and the agony on the face of Thomas Bailey.
Bailey crawling over.
Referee Greg Caton Jr. asking him if he's done. Bailey's saying no. He's asking Matthias if that's all he's got. You got to wonder if it's just bravado at this point.
It has to be sure wheel.
Big boot sends Bailey back from whence he came to the mat.
Bailey has to be running on sheer adrenaline and pure, unadulterated heart.
2, 3.
Able to get to the ring ropes to break that count and break that hold, but
So trying to go for that Celtic bomb again. Roll over.
Bailey able to kick out.
Oh!
Big boot to the smooch.
Very nice!
The Blue Thunder bomb, and that'll be it. Your victor this evening, Ryan Matthias, the next era.
Matthias, very, very impressive victory here at City Championship Wrestling. But let's not forget, in the coming weeks, he has to deal with the Suplex Shogun, Jackson Stone.
The Suplex Shogun has to deal with Ryan Matthias.
There you have it, folks. Sending a message to the Suplex Shogun, and here we have Thomas Bailey reeling from the consequences of that Blue Thunder bomb. Fans, stay tuned for another exciting matchup here at City Championship Wrestling.
Jonathan Presley here with New Albania. What's going on, guys?
John Presley, June 25th,
New Albania took out Detroit Dynasty. Not just them, but Detroit Dynasty and Paul Bowser. You combine them, it becomes the Palaccio Dynasty. The unholy combination of high flying and curry loving. I'll let you decide who falls into which category. I got my own opinions on that. But all that matters, we came out P1 victorious like it always does. And what?
P1 sucks. P1 sucks. P1 sucks. P1 sucks.
When you live like a back marker, Korea back marker, P1, you're always going to be jealous of him because he's overlapping you. That's how it goes. P1, baby. P1. But guess what? You know what my reward is tonight? I get Abdul Hakim, more Detroit Dynasty. Will no one rid me of this meddlesome priest, Jonathan Presley? I want challenges. I want new competition. I don't want to see the same guys every single... Sorry, Big Gun. Big Gun knows. You know what? We beat him before. We're going to beat him again. They can throw Dave Weston. They can throw Cat Daddy. They can throw Detroit Dynasty. It doesn't matter. I Detroited. I Dynastied. I did it all. I catted. I daddied. I did it all. That's me right there, Big Gun. I'm the one coming out all the time. Okay, Big Gun, I got that.
What? You see what you did? You see what you did
I didn't do anything.
to the leader, Andre Kabashi? Huh?
I didn't do it.
Do you remember what happened on the 25th? The cat daddy's always sticking his nose in new Albanian business, and we sent him packing again. Now, don't let that loser back in the building so long as we're here. Do you understand?
I understand. Security, keep Cat Daddy away from the building
For good, for all I care.
For my sake.
And let's watch together as Andre Kabashi rips apart a part of the Detroit Dynasty.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the ring.
Strong words from New Albania. My broadcast partner here, Jonathan Presley, are you okay? I don't appreciate the manhandling of my good friend, longtime colleague, Mr. Presley.
Yeah, these guys are, they're a bunch of bullies if you ask me.
But here he is. Himself, the prince of the 313, Abdul Hakim, Motor City Fire, of course, one half of Detroit Dynasty.
He's a boy in the hood.
Detroit Dynasty.
Fans here in the CCW studio really appreciating Detroit Dynasty and Abdul Hakim.
Well, we're definitely one of the up-and-coming high flyers of the cruiserweight scene here in the independent wrestling community of the Midwest.
Young man making a name for himself.
Bring him out.
Andre Kabashi, though, very, very dangerous, even more so in the recent months.
Well, even more so because he's got Big J Abrams and Trevor Stroud standing right outside the ring, just stalking, waiting
Both
to
men,
do his bidding.
Right, both men looking like they're going to cut a dude's head off and show it to the news.
Go behind him into a waistlock here. The early goings on from Andre Kabashi, transitioning into a headlock here, side headlock, driving Hakim into the mat down to one knee.
Very solid scientific wrestling by Kabashi, but I wonder how long this is going to last.
Hakim sending Kabashi off into the ropes, but eating a shoulder tackle for his effort. Drop down, leapfrog, big drop kick. Hakim on fire now. That Detroit Fire, standing moonsault.
Holy smokes!
Not able to get the shoulders pinned in time. Only a 2 count.
I think it's going to take a little more than that to put away Kabashi.
Wait a second.
Trevor Stroud
Wait a
tripped him
second.
up.
Referee Greg Hayden Jr. now distracted by Trevor Stroud on the outside. As Kabashi just laying in those close fists to the top of the head
Kabashi,
of
of
Abdul
course.
Hakim.
Kabashi, of course, known for that new Albanian spike We haven't actually seen it though, and he's proclaiming himself to be player one. That's what that means,
But
right?
what we have seen is the gang warfare of New Albania, and now we have a 3-against-1 situation, which is when, I mean, let's face it, that is literally how Kabashi is winning every single match thus far in City Championship Wrestling, by my estimation. Big clubbing forearms in the corner.
I'm just glad we don't have to hear their freaking music.
Irish whip into the corner turnbuckle, followed up by a devastating backbreaker. You gotta wonder how much young Hakeem has left in the tank after that.
Hakeem's a fighter, no doubt about that. It's gonna take a little more to keep him down.
A lackadaisical pin by Andre Kabashi, followed up by another lackadaisical pin. While he is on easy straight, able to put it together enough. Front face lock by Kabashi here.
Abdul Hakim, known for his frog splash. I wonder if he's going to be able to utilize that here in the match.
Big clubbing Albanian forearm, driving the knee into the midsection. Wasn't pretty, but Jonathan Presley, it was effective. Back into that front face lock now. He's got single arm control.
Just the aggression.
Just punishing the midsection, solar plexus, and abdominals of Abdul Hakim. While Big J Abrams and Trevor Straw just stalk on the outside.
Looking like two bulls ready to pounce on the outside of the ring
Looking
here.
like hungry Albanian lions. Ready to feast on the corpse of one half of the Detroit Dynasty. Firing back! Abdul Hakim now coming back to life.
Setting him up. Leg lariat!
Big diving leg lariat sends Kabashi crashing to the mat.
He says, no, this could be a fatal mistake.
I have to question his thinking there.
Rolls him up, pull, handful of tights.
Referee Greg Tate not able to see what we were so able to plainly see here.
Oh, come
at the
on.
broadcast position. Andre Kabashi with a handful of tights.
He had so much of his tights, I could see what Abdul had for lunch.
Referee Greg Caton Jr. not able to see what we were able to see. And of course, fans, this is professional wrestling. No instant replay in hand here. Well, we got to give once again, the victory to Andre Kabashi in New Albania. It was the disgusting manner in which they did it, but they did it. And fans, let's get ready for the main event coming up next.
I'm excited.
City Championship Wrestling. Darion Ultra and KJ Reynolds. It's time for our main event here at City Championship Wrestling. Young KJ Reynolds taking on Darion Ultra. The bell is rung. The main event has begun. The fans here firmly behind young KJ Reynolds.
KJ Reynolds, a high-flying phenom here in CCW.
Pair of collar and elbow tie-ups easily shrugged to the mat by Darion.
Darion Ultra flexing.
Reynolds giving up probably 50 pounds and 3 or 4 inches.
Fans getting on his case about working out. He looks in pretty good condition to me.
Speed and cunning on the side of Reynolds. Big knee to the midsection, clubbing forearm sends Reynolds tumbling to the mat. Big Irish whip into the corner.
Roll through. European uppercut.
Devastating uppercut from Reynolds.
He ate all of that one.
Answered with a devastating lariat. Darion Ultra in control. Scooping a backbreaker right here in front of the broadcast position. The pain on the face of young KJ Reynolds. Very evident. Able to kick out on 2.
KJ Reynolds refuted the advances, I might say, from Darion Ultra.
Abdominal stretch applied in the middle of the ring. Referee Greg Caton asking KJ if he's got it, wants to continue with this matchup.
Darion Ultra mentioned every member of his nation.
Let me tell you something. The pressure put on your rib cage and your hip flexors in that stretch can be enough to make you want to quit the match.
Absolutely. I would have quit a long time ago.
Another backbreaker from Ultra. Only able to get a 2 count on Reynolds, but Reynolds tiptoeing through the tulips on Easy Street in a real world of trouble unless he does something to improve his position in this main event matchup here for this exciting episode of City Championship Wrestling.
I think Reynolds denied the invitation from Darion Ultra because he went through the entire list of members of his nation, not one woman.
Well, I would imagine the members of DTA might have a thing or two to say about that as well.
Absolutely.
And right now, your mom's favorite wrestler is in a world of trouble.
Struggling, fighting for all it's worth.
Toehold applied by Darion Ultra. And I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you right now, that can shred your knee in a heartbeat. Not only that, the pressure applied to the ankle, big boot to the shoulder. Nothing scientific about that, but it's effective all day. A booming right hand from the leader of the Darion Nation. And KJ Reynolds is tiptoeing through the tulips, scooping a slam. Referee looking very concerned now. KJ Reynolds in a heap of trouble.
I think he landed on his kidneys.
Able to get a single finger underneath the ropes. KJ Reynolds able to save himself.
He's still in the
But
fight.
is it too little, too late?
Whoa!
Reynolds able to outsmart.
Is he going for maybe a poison rana?
Clubbing blows to the top of Darion Ultra's head.
Whoa!
Devastating German suplex right to the back of the neck ahead of young KJ Reynolds.
Impressive bridge by Darion Ultra. The fans getting into KJ Reynolds, trying to show their support.
The sweat and saliva just dispersing off the head of KJ Reynolds now. Clubbing blows from Darion Ultra have young Reynolds in a heap of trouble. Referee Greg Caton Jr. looking very concerned in the corner. What do we have here? Firing back is Reynolds, but a clubbing blow to the back sends him back to the mat. Reynolds able to reverse that Irish whip attempt. Big enziguri to the back of the head.
Wow!
The middle ropes and a big cutter from KJ Reynolds. Both men down.
I don't think he got all of that one. Like I said, I don't think he got all of it.
I don't even think that pin was intentional. These men don't even know where they're at. Both competitors
Running on pure
going
instinct.
through the virtual tulips of this match.
KJ Reynolds feeling the adrenaline.
His feet to one knee. Ultra up to one knee now. Reynolds up to both feet.
Tilt-a-whirl head scissors into a DDT attempt.
Ultra able to put up a great
Wow! That's a lot of damage!
into a cradle DDT. And that's
Wow!
all she wrote.
It's academic at that point.
Darion Ultra putting the stamp on that victory. Folks, very impressive victory by the leader of the Darion Nation, Darion Ultra, here in the main event of another episode of City Championship Wrestling. Fans, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Make sure to keep tuned to our YouTube channel, City Championship Wrestling. I'm Bubba McKenzie, and for my broadcast partner, Mr. Jonathan Presley. Have a great night, and thank you from City Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
CCW.